So what I'm going to do next is that we're going to take a look at it from a totally different perspective, from a perspective of a data scientist who will explain to us how to best approach a data science project, how to make it as efficient as possible, and we're going to do it through a short interview. So hello, Anna, how are you doing? Would you mind telling us a bit about yourself?
Hi, Vaden. Thank you for inviting me. Yes, so I'm a chief data scientist at BroutonLab, and I'm working for BroutonLab for more than 3 years now. And also, I'm currently a PhD fellow at Southern Federal University. During my time at BroutonLab, I have worked on multiple projects, computer vision, NLP, classical machine learning, and so I hope that this experience will be of help when answering the questions.
Thank you so much for the introduction. So the first technical question, let's say, would be: so how exactly are data science project different from, let's say, classical software development projects?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, again, I should start with the note that different data science projects, different software development projects, but in general, software development projects are more predictable. And the reasons why data science projects can be less predictable are, first of all, it's the data, because data defines the whole way that we progress and how we define our steps in the project. And it's often not clear from the first glance how we should proceed. The amount of data, the quality of it, some insights that the data can have. So everything influences the whole roadmap. The second thing is that data science projects are often research oriented, so we don't know exactly how we want to achieve the goal. Sometimes even the goal should be redefined multiple times while during this journey. And so all these things together make these data science project estimations much more hard, I would say.
Yeah, thanks so much. Those were some great insights. So you mentioned several difficulties when it comes to starting and approaching a data science project. So could you tell us, so what is the best way to start? What is the best way to start and approach a data science project to eliminate these sorts of difficulties?
Yes, so from the years working from different clients, we found out that the best way for us and probably for clients, so to keep everyone satisfied, is to first set up some MVP that we build within 2 weeks, for example, or within some fixed period of time. Within this time, we get acquainted with the data. We understand we understand it. We try multiple approaches. We understand what approaches are definitely not a way to go. We get more understanding of whether it's possible to achieve or what is wanted to achieve, or if it's not exactly possible, then how we can get closer to it. We can come up with a better plan, with a more structured plan of next steps. And also within this time, we can try some existing pre-trained models, for example, some open source solutions that are available on the market, again, to get more understanding whether this is what we want to build in future. And after that, if everyone is satisfied with the result, then the best way to approach is to iteratively improve the model, the product, the piece of software that we are building. At each step, we report, we measure, we validate somehow, and we understand whether we move in the right direction. This iterative approach allows us to do quick corrections of the way we go. And also, as this all is very like research oriented, we can also like abandon maybe some approach that that proved itself not working with this particular data, for example.
Amazing. So we are constantly mentioning data as the main requirement. Obviously, it's in the name. I mean, data science. But why is data so important? So is it maybe this is a tricky one. So is it more important than the choice of the actual model or algorithm?
Yeah, so I would put it like this, that data is the key thing, and having your custom data, most probably labeled one, is very important. So first of all, the first thing that comes to my mind is again to validate, because without validating like even open source models or customly trained models or like anything, we wouldn't know how we perform in the real world, and then we wouldn't know which way we should select to progress, because without measuring we can't improve ourselves. And another thing is that to build so that the model usually performs the best on the data distribution that it was trained on, and that is why having your custom data while training the model is extremely, it makes your model really better. So it can happen that there are some like open source data sets of a similar kind, and it might happen that we can use them, but then there will be still this gap that we wouldn't be able to overcome simply. And this gap wouldn't even exist if we spend some time and maybe money to collect and like, I don't know, label the data. So if there is a choice whether you should spend some time on collecting, gathering, like, and processing your data or not, you should always vote for it, because it will definitely improve your project, and there is no such thing as too much data. Data is always not enough. Yes, and so it's like the most precious thing, I think.
Thank you so much. So the final question, it's a bit more general and relaxed after this amazing information about data science projects. So what is the project that you enjoyed working on the most?
Okay, so maybe I'm a lucky person, but I usually enjoy the most the project that I'm working on. And currently, like, I'm working for the US tech agro-tech based startup. And I don't know, there are plenty of tasks of any kind, like computer vision, classical machine learning, and like anything. And that's, I think, what I like the most about data science projects in general, that they are usually very challenging, because even the same task under seemingly the same conditions can result in a really different approach due to some differences in the data, and that what makes this challenging, but at the same time interesting. You should it's never boring. I would say like this.
Amazing. So you would say so the last point that you made, so you mentioned like that there can be two projects with maybe identical goals, identical inputs, identical maybe outputs in terms of data science models, but with a different data set, it can completely change the path that you take to achieve the solution. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely. So the data defines everything, and like the amount of data, its quality, maybe the distribution of classes if we're talking about classification, there are many things that can influence the road path. And yes, we like the art of the data science is to choose the right way to go given the data that is available.
Amazing. Anna, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to hear about all of this from a perspective of a senior data scientist. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.
You.
Thank you as well.